Now we go to the Dhamma talk. Please join me to invoke the name of teacher 3 times. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. I want to welcome our new friends to come to the temple today. When you go in the temple, you see the 2 banners in front of the shrine. One on the, if you go in on the left hand side, see that you feel joy when you go in the shrine. And when you get out of the shrine, you practice loving kindness, loving compassion. And that's the reason why you go in the temple. You go in temple, you feel very happy. You leave all the worries outside the temple. You go in, you have a half smile in your face. You feel very happy, very relaxed. You come in to practice on your friends. We call it the Sangha, the community of practitioners. Okay, and many people, they come in the temple, or they are members, or they are the newcomer, come in to find out what is Buddhism. Buddhism is very comprehensive. It's everything. You can say philosophy, you can say religion, you can say that way of life, you can say that art and everything. It's extremely comprehensive. It's very scientific too. You learn more about how we say that it's very scientific. It's not a religion of superstition or idolatry. When you bow 3 times, like we'll do very soon, you ask yourself why you bow. Like in the Western country, you shake hands. In the Orient country, we bow. It's a courtesy, it's an etiquette. It's to show that you respect your counterpart, okay? We bow. And you bow doesn't mean you practice superstition or idolatry. You bow to the Buddha. It's not, doesn't make sense, okay? Because you don't bow to the statue in bronze, in the plastic and cement. You bow to yourself, to the new Buddha inside yourself, your Buddha nature. You say, what do you mean by Buddha nature? You can call it your awakened nature, your true value, your intrinsic value, your human value, okay? All the sentient beings have a Buddha nature. We explain to you later. It's like you said, all the sentient beings, they have a genome, okay? Some people, they don't have education. They don't know what means genome. They believe it. You tell the people in the 19th century or the first part of the 20th century, 21st century, they don't know what means genome. Because they not say, you have to go to a laboratory and they find out you have a genome. All of us, all sentient beings, even trees have a genome. They have a genome. It's different, okay? Our genome, our human genome is a little bit higher. It's more complicated than the animal genome. So everybody have a Buddha nature or awakened nature. You said human nature, human being, we have a Buddha nature, yes. Animals have a Buddha nature, yes. But their Buddha nature is a little bit lower than our human Buddha nature. Because of why? Because we human beings, we have human intelligence. We have capability, like we can improve ourselves, we can get better ourselves, improve ourselves, much better than animal, for example, okay? And I want to tell you a little bit about the practice Buddhism, okay? When you first see Buddhism, okay, you know about the methodology, how to study Buddhism. The first one is listening or reading. You get the data, the information. You accumulate the information. But Buddha teach you this one. Then blindly believe that. Then take exit. You need to do reflection. You need to reflect. It makes sense to you or not. It's ethical or unethical. It's moral, immoral, or amoral. So you find out it's really believable. It's really worthwhile for you. You know, you don't take like a face value. Okay? Because you are a human being, you're very intelligent. You know how to reflect on that. Then take exit. After you reflect on that and you accept that, you need to practice it. You need to apply it. Everything you study, you need to apply it. Make it to benefit you, benefit the other people. That's the goal of the practice of Buddhism. In Buddhism, always study and practice go hand in hand. Okay? They say this one, if you practice without studying, it's like a blind faith. Sometimes lead to superstition, sometimes it go to error. Okay? But if you practice with study, it's very intelligent practice. It's intelligent faith. That's the way in Buddhism we do that way. Okay? And the main thing in Buddhism, Buddha teaches us self-dependence. You don't depend on anybody. Even in Buddha or Bodhisattva, all the religion, they teach you, okay, if we believe in something, you save. You don't believe in something, you are go to hell, you punish it. It's not in Buddhism. In Buddhism, you believe in yourself, self-dependence. You have a Buddha nature. You need to do what you need to do to go back to find your true self. The self you have outside, that's the temporary self, okay? Like you say that, oh, I have a name, I have a civil certificate, my parents name me such and such, and I'm a human being. That's only temporary, okay? What you are before you're born, what are you after you die? It's not the true self. It changes it. It changes one form of life to another form of life. So the temporary I, so the true self, that the inner self, the Buddha nature, you cannot find it unless you're trained, unless you study. You go back to find your true self. It's difficult. It takes time. It takes a lot of practice to find your true self. If you find true self, that you succeed in Buddhism. That we need to find our true self. And Buddha teaches self-improvement. As a human being, you have a capability to improve yourself because you can make yourself better. In Buddhism, we believe in 10 good deeds, okay? Like something bad, you don't do it. Something good, you do it. That's the teaching of our Buddha. If something bad, you try to decrease it, try to eliminate it. Bad action. Something good, you try to multiply it, do it more and more, better yourself. That's the goal of the practice of Buddhism, improve ourselves, self-improvement. But you can do it to yourself, okay? You didn't depend on anybody. You didn't depend on Buddha, the blessing Buddha, the benediction of Buddha. No, he didn't bless you. You bless yourself. Because you are a human being, you have that capability to bless yourself, to make yourself better. So you have a self-dependence, self-confidence, self-respect. That's the quintessence of Buddhism. Okay, you don't depend on anybody. Buddha is the teacher. He teaches us, and he gives us the lesson. We need to understand that. We need to interpret the teaching, and we follow that. That help you. That help to improve yourself. Make yourself better. If you make yourself better, you benefit yourself. But in Buddhism, we're not selfish. After you get all the benefit, you don't keep for yourself. You share the benefit, the merit with the other people. sharing it in Buddhism. That's sharing. Everything we share. Okay? We share to help make your environment better, make society better, make the nation better, make the world better, make the ecosystem better. So that's the quintessence of Buddhism, self-improvement. And you have to have self-confidence. If you don't believe yourself, then trust yourself. If you don't believe that you have a Buddha nature, you can't improve yourself. You have to believe yourself. You are very valuable. You are a valuable being. And just up to you to improve yourself, to make yourself better. Everybody can get better. You know, the bad people, the killer, they can improve themselves if they want it. A lot of bad people see it, at the end, they repented. They change themselves. They become better. And they can be a good person like you and me. We can become a better person. Nobody can stop us not being a good person. Only ourselves. We stop it ourselves. If you don't want to stop yourself, improve yourself, that's self-improvement and become better, to become Buddha. Okay? Buddha say this one, I'm the Buddha, you are Buddha in the future. And he said that impossible. I'm not that virtuous like Buddha. I'm not saint like Buddha, Bodhisattva. I cannot be Buddha. No, you can. Because if you look at the time and place is very relative, okay? Time now, he said, oh, we're 21st century. But 25th century is that different. Or you look back and the 15th century is different. You see the people in 5th century, they're not as smart as we are now. But you look at the people in the 25th century, they look at us and said, we're not that smart. So it's very relative, okay? And time is limited. And if you look at the solar calendar or the lunar calendar, you think 100 years is very long. But look at cosmic calendar, 100 years mean nothing. The history of the earth is only the first few days of the cosmic calendar. How many million years? Only first few days of the cosmic calendar. So if we consider our life, 100 years, and you think, okay, I not can become Buddha. You can. If you look at cosmic calendar, maybe 1 day or 2 days, that means 1 million years, 2 million years, we become Buddha. Yeah, it's feasible. Because it's not that long. Look at the speed, you know. You drive 100 miles an hour, you said, oh, very fast. Look at the speed of the light, electricity, that means nothing. But even the light, electricity is not that fast either. You see, the light to come from the sun to the earth take many minutes to come to the earth, and it's not that fast. So, all relative. So, we can become Buddha if we want to. Okay? If you set up your GPS, you want to go, you get there. Okay? You go to Dallas, you said it takes you 3-4 hours. But you said, some people said, oh, take me weeks, take me months. But they stop between here to Dallas. So it takes time for them to reach Dallas. So it's time. So become Buddha, the same thing. If you want to become Buddha, you set up your goal, you will become Buddha. So it's self-improvement. So that's the way we learn in Buddhism. We need to improve ourselves. Okay? There are different ways to do it. And with Buddhism, like ourselves, monk and nun, we do the same thing. We need to study and study. We need to practice and practice it. That's the secret. Keep practicing. Improve yourself. Okay? All of us, we can get that if we keep practicing. We have to do it. And we will practice it. And with the lay person, what we are suggested now, study. And first you need to get the basic Buddhism. Know the basic thing first. And then do reflection, what you learn, and apply it. The application help you. And it go hand in hand. And we continue to do that. then go in the fashion. Some people, they study Buddhism, they go to different style, It makes it difficult. Some people, they said, oh, Buddhism, that means meditation. No, it's not meditation. It's comprehensive. Every practice, you have meditation part of the practice, the chanting, the studying, the practice, it's a part of the practice. You have to do the whole thing together. Okay? And some people, they misunderstand meditation. They thought meditation, you have to sit in a lotus position, semi-lotus position, cross leg to do it. No. You try to tame your mind, you don't tame your body. It's good to have a good position, okay? A good position is very good. It stabilizes your position, but it's not a must. You can sit in a chair comfortably. You just keep your back straight, breathe regularly, try to concentrate it, try to focus it. Because the goal of meditation, some people, they set different goal. Yeah, you have different kind of meditation. Buddhist meditation is trying to tame your mind, make your mind calmer and concentrated. That way you can think, you can concentrate. Concentration leads you to wisdom. Okay, and you want what you want to use meditation for, so you can concentrate, so you can think clearer. If you think clearer, focus, you can go back to find your true self. You find your true home. That's your goal. It's not a fringe benefit. It's not a side effect. Some people say, oh, meditation calm myself, make me feel relaxed, no anxiety. It's true. It bring my blood pressure down with a normal blood pressure. It's true. It make me help my ulcer of stomach. It's true. It help my headache and my migraine headache. Everything that it's true. It's a fringe benefit only. The main thing is taming your mind. And some people say, oh, give me power, give some magical power. It's true if they aim at that. But it's not the goal in Buddhism. It's not to practice to have a power. You can appear to another place. You can go through the world. You can appear in 3 places in one time. You can do something. It's not the goal. The goal is to tame your mind. Okay? That Buddha teach you. In the life of Buddha, he never used a magical power. He used a few times only to concentrate or to scare the bad people. But he didn't use it. Why he didn't use it? He didn't want you to believe on these things. You become superstitious and you believe in deity something. You don't believe in yourself. Okay? Like one story, one time, he go with many of his students, okay, disciple, want to cross the river, okay? He see one guy, he been practicing for years. He flied over the water. He said it takes him 40 years to practice. He can cross the river by flying at that. Buddha said, you waste your time. I use few dime, a little bit money. I pay the boatman and they bring me across the river. I don't have to spend 40 years to practice, get that power to cross the river. Waste of time. He just demonstrate that. That man, he just practice for nothing. Get a little bit fringe benefit. And he believed that the power, that didn't deliver him some suffering. Because some of his students asked me, teacher, talk to me about the ecosystem, about the cosmos, about everything, He said, it's not relevant to human nature, to teach you how to get over the suffering. He said, I can explain you about the cosmos, the origin of the cosmos, the end of the cosmos, everything that, but it doesn't help you. It's to help you, teach you how to help you to get out the suffering. The human people, we suffer. That, I teach you that. It's more relevant than talking about something metaphysic and something that it doesn't help you. So it makes sense. So sometimes they said Buddhism is common sense Buddhism. It teaches you something very relevant to the human being. That's the Buddhism. You think about that. So when you study Buddhism, don't go to the fancy way. Okay, some people they said, oh, you go to seminar, you pay 1,500, and I give certificate. You go to that class, that seminar. What that does to you? Doesn't help you anything. You spend 1,500 a piece of paper. They said you have certificate. You go to the guru. They teach you how to meditate. That wastes your time. Practice it. Do it yourself. Have some good guidance and do it. Practice it. That's better. And some people said you have to practice this way, different style of Buddhism. It's not true. All Buddhism go to same goal, self-liberation. You liberate yourself from attachment. You relieve your suffering. And you become a free person. You have a total freedom. How you can become free person? Get rid of the attachment. If you have no attachment, you're a free person. If you still have attachment, you're not free. You can have a billion, you can have $1 zillion. You still attachment, you still suffer. You still get old, you still get sick, you still die. You still worry how to invest money, how to get the tax loophole so I pay less taxes. I have $1 billion, but how I can make it so I can make more billion, many more billion. And I don't know when I die, how we left behind the money for my children. Would they spend what charity or give, how I invested. And all these things make you suffer more. The only time you don't suffer, get rid of the attachment. You're totally free. That's the key thing. Okay? That's the way. If you want to live that way, if you want to live, I said, okay, I become billionaire and make more billion. You suffer. And when you stop, there's no stopping. You want more billion. 1 billion, we have 2 million, and 10 million, 10 million, 100 million, and then think about trillion. Now they talk about not billionaire anymore. They talk about trillionaire. Are they happy? No, they're not happy. They still worry. They still suffer. Okay? So that Buddhism teach you how to be free, how to be, deliver yourself from all these attachments. That's the goal, in your life, how you see it, how you want to practice. So I would advise, when you practice Buddhism, get the basic knowledge first, get the basic knowledge, then practice it. You have a benefit from that practice. And why you practice? Get in a group, practice together, because it helps each other. You sharing each other. And you said, oh, I can practice. Yeah. I go in the under the tree. I look at my navel, my belly button. I meditate, and I become, a guru. No, it's not that way. You need to share. You need to benefit yourself, benefit the other people. That's the teaching of Buddha. Okay, he didn't want to become Buddha himself. He want to become Buddha so he can help. You can ask these young people, why they want to become a monk. Because they want to become Buddha. Not for themselves, so they can turn around and teach the other people, benefit the other people. That's their goal. They didn't sacrifice their life in the young age, instead going out to have a fun, to make money. No, they want that because they see their point. I want to deliver myself from suffering, from attachment, to be totally free. I turn around to help the people. That's the goal of people. They want to become a monk and nun. It's not a selfish way. It's very altruistic. So you yourself the same way. Why you want to come to Buddhism? It's the religion of love. A religion of kindness. Buddhism is the one religion. We don't believe in violence. We don't believe in killing. We don't believe in self-defense to kill. The other religion, somebody threaten you. You get the gun, you pull the trigger, you kill. My self-defense. In Buddhism, not. We don't believe in that. We don't believe whatsoever the killing. Even killing animals, we don't believe in that. But everybody don't want to suffer. Nobody want to die. So we need to protect life. We need to, do something on that way, protect life. And life is so precious. And Buddha say this one, he said, being born as a human being is a blessing. It's a true blessing. Become human being, you can think higher, and you can deliver yourself from attachment. That human being, we can do it. Animal, they're fairly intelligent. Some big ape, some big chimpanzee, something. They said, or dolphin, they said they have a reach almost the human intelligence, but they don't have capability like human being. We go a little bit higher, upper to deliver ourselves. They don't have that capability. Even they're very intelligent, but they cannot reach a human intelligence. So the thing about that, when you practice Buddhism, it takes a lot of contemplation, a lot of the reflection, not just to practice, don't do it routinely, like mechanically. It has to do some effort from our part. That way you can contemplate, can think deeper. Thinking is very, very good in Buddhism. That's a part of meditation. That's the whole practice. You practice it. And why you have to chant, why you have to study? Because the teaching of Buddha is so profound. If you read the sutra superficially, like you read a novel, you don't understand deeply, okay? Sometimes you first read the sutra, you don't understand the meaning. The reason the Buddha teach on level, he teach you are very intelligent, you understand right way. But he not only he want to benefit you because you're so intelligent, he teach the average people, average intelligence, so they can benefit. He teach the people on a low level of intelligence, teach too. They will benefit. So when first read the sutra, he said, oh, it look like mythology. It look like, something very so simple, doesn't make sense. It makes sense if you read carefully. The deep meaning is in there. Okay? Sometimes the analogy, the metaphor, make you think that it's not serious. It's very serious. You have some meaning behind. When you look at the Amitabha Sutra, describe the beauty of the world of that, and on the flower, in gold, in all these precious metal. That's the beauty. And bring you to the beauty of things, beauty of people, of animal. So we see the beauty. Some people, they think, oh, we Buddhists, we think negatively. We talk about suffering, we talk about death or something. It's not true. Look that, he teaches a lot of things, very pretty, very beautiful things that. Sometimes in the teaching the beauty, the suffering, the Four Noble Truths, the people look that, they misunderstood that. Because when you go to the doctor diagnose the disease, that not to zinc you, to scare you, or go to see the doctor. They talk about preventive medicine, about all the things you have to do. That, oh, they think they try to scare me off. It's not true. They just give you the information. It's up to you to take care of yourself. Okay? So in Buddhism, the same way. It's not, Buddha never say something negative. He talked about the world is so pretty. The ecosystem is so pretty. Human being, all the sentient beings, they are very pretty. They are lovely people, lovely beings. In the same time that he teach you about the truth, so how you take care of yourself, how you see things, so you can remediate on these things. So we understand that. So you understand the basic Buddhism, you practice it, you help yourself, you help the other people. That's the Buddhism. Then go to fancy thing. Get the basic first. And study that. And on the style, you love to go to Zen meditation, that's fine. You go to Amitabha, to the Pure Land, it's fine. Go to the other style, it's fine. On the road lead to Roma, okay? Everything goes that different way. You can go to Washington, D.C. You can go different way. You reach Washington, D.C. But you want to go to Washington, D.C., you go to Washington, D.C. You find a way to do that. So it's a Buddhism, okay? I hope that I just say recently for you about Buddhism. I wish that now we have a lot of facility. You can go to Google, you go internet, I think many things you can learn about Buddhism. But I would wish you to join a group, to study together, to benefit together. It makes you progress better. It makes you very happy. Because if you practice by yourself, you never find the true happiness. You didn't have a sharing. And Buddha teaches us to have a harmony when you practice, like you in family. You want to be happy, you have a family. If family live in harmony, you're very happy. You by yourself, but sometimes you feel lonely. Practice together is much better, and it helps everybody. That's the goal of the practice in Buddhism. That's my talk today, and I welcome our new friend to our temple. You see, we are building a big shrine. It takes a little bit longer. Maybe we'll finish this March or April. We finish the new shrine to accommodate more people and to have more facility for the people. And we bring about the younger generation, the future generation, younger monk. And we wish to have more American monk and nun, so we can make this temple an American temple. So open the door for everybody, so we can learn to practice together. Why I say about the American temple? Because they have about over 2,000 Vietnamese temples in this country. I tell them, I said, you didn't see it. You have to get the mainstream, okay? Because this nation is American. You go in there, in the second, third, fourth, fifth generation, you've been Americanized. And all these young kids, they speak American English, okay? They get assimilated. Why you try to hold on your culture? It doesn't make sense. I said, look back at the Japanese Buddhism, the Korean Buddhism, all these Chinese Buddhism, they get in this country very long. The Chinese, they've been in this country about 16th, 17th century. They are coolie in the railroad, for the railroad. Now they have no Chinese temple, no more. They have no Korean temple, no, all these temples, they get assimilated in culture. So I think the best to make an American temple, so benefit everybody, because it's in American territory. They're more practitioner, the American than you Oriental people. You're only 2% of the population. So try to grab it. That doesn't make sense because Buddhism is adaptable to the culture, to the country. We need to do it. And Buddha, he predicted before, 21st century, that the Western Buddhism, okay, it advanced. If we stick to the Buddhism in India, it's not true. Indian Buddhism is not there anymore. It go to Asia, it go to Tibet, go to France, go to Germany, to England, to all the Europe country. It become a global religion. It's much better. And Albert Einstein, he called it cosmic religion because, Buddha predicted after maybe few million years, okay, 2-3 million years, this planet go to extinction. We get another solar system, another planet. We have a Maitreya Bodhisattva. He's now waiting. He won't go to that planet. We'll found Buddhism again. So that reason why Albert Einstein, he called it cosmic religion, because Buddha predicted already. It will have another planet, another solar system. Maybe it have already. We not far enough, we're not intelligent to reach another solar system. Maybe other solar system, we have a living being there already. We don't know yet. We're not far advanced yet to reach that planet. Okay, so it's a cosmic religion. So I tell to them, I said, so our dream is here to build the American temple so we can accommodate all the American people. They come in. Because in this country, they say about 20 years ago, there were 20 million people, American people, they practice Buddhism now, maybe more now. So we have more. Like Australia, it's a very strong religion now. In Europe now, it's they call it WBO, Western Buddhist Organization. It's very strong. So we have to prepare for that, prepare for the American Buddhism, much stronger, much bigger, benefit everybody. It's religion of love. We learn how to have more tolerance, more compassion, and no discrimination, no hatred, no division. We have a maybe better unity. People, love each other better. That I think that I hope everybody want to do that. Okay, because the human race we need to be united instead of divided. That the love is much better than hatred. Okay, that's my talk today. And if you have any question, I try to answer your question. If you have no question, we transfer it. We go to the chanting. Namo Sakya Moni Buddha. Namo Sakya Moni Buddha. Namo Sakya Moni Buddha. Any positive karmic action we accomplished today, we want to transfer everybody and wish them the alignment. We go to general practice now. Inviting the bell. Body, speech, and mind in perfect oneness, reach in my heart, along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Listen, listen. This wonderful sound brings me back to my true home. Incense offering. In gratitude we offer this incense to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas throughout space and time. May it be fragrant as earth herself, reflecting our careful efforts, our wholehearted mindfulness, and the fruit of understanding. Slowly, rightly, may we and all beings be companions of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May we awaken from forgetfulness and realize our true home. Open your door. The incense in the censer now is burning, all the dark around in every place. Auspicious clouds appearing, our sincere intention thus fulfilling. As all Buddhas now show their perfect body, homage to the incense cloud, can the people be
Bodhisattvas and great Bodhisattvas.
Now we bow together. Verses for bowing.
Homage to the eternally abiding Buddha, the supreme Dharma and sage of Ishanga, throughout the Dharma and the realm of empty space and 3 periods of time. Homage to the fundamental teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya, honor future Buddha, Manjushri, great wisdom Bodhisattva, universal great conduct Bodhisattva, Dharma guiding Deva Bodhisattva, and the magic mountain assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to Amitabha Buddha in the land of ultimate bliss, Avalokiteshvara, great compassion Bodhisattva, great strength Bodhisattva, restore great vow Bodhisattva, and the assembly of great pure Sila Bodhisattvas.
You sit down. Great compassion mantra. You get up mantra, and then I run like this. Namo Ramacharya, Namo Arya Avalokiteshvara, Bodhisattvaya, Mahasattva, Mahakarunikaya, Om Samanapati, Sudhakatasya, Namaskritva Namanarya, Avalokiteshvara, Namo Nirakanta, Sri Mahatatashami, Sarvatatashumam, Ashiyo, Sarvasatmanamo, Pasatmanamo, Bhagavate, Nagata, Om Avalokadokate, Karati, Ishiri, Mahabodhisattva, Samo Samo, Maravara, Mashi Mashi Vidaya.
Shina, Balashim, Balashari, Basharashmin, Barashaya, Oro, Oro, Ra, Oro, Oro, Shri, Sara, Sara, Siri, Siri, Soro, Soro, Bodhaya, 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 Maitreya, Divakarsa, Trisharana, Vayamane, Swaha Siddhaya, Swaha Mahasiddhaya, Swaha Siddhaya, Swaraya, Swaha Nilakamane, Swaha Pranila, Swaha Shri Siddhamokaya, Swaha Sarva Mahasastaya, Swaha Chakra Astaya, Swaha Pamadeshaya, Swaha Nilakante Pantalaya, Swaha Mohorishokaraya, Swaha Namo Ratnatrayaya, Namo Arya Avalokite, Shabharaya, Swaha Mokshiyantu, Mantra Pataya, Swaha. The Dhamma body is bringing morning light in concentration. My heart is at peace, the astral is born on my lips. This is a new day, and I'm about to go through it. In mindfulness, the sun of wisdom has rising, shining in every direction. No motion, diligently bring your mind into meditation. Namo Shakyamuni Buddhaya, Namo Shakyamuni Buddhaya, Namo Shakyamuni Buddhaya. Touching the one who bows and the one who is bound to are both by nature empty. Therefore, the communication between them is inexpressibly perfect. Our practice center is the net of Indra, reflecting all Buddhas everywhere. As my own person reflects in all Buddhas to whom with my whole life I go for refuge. Offering light in the 10 directions, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, to whom we bow in gratitude. Teaching and living the way of awareness in the very midst of suffering and confusion. Shakyamuni Buddha, the awakened one, to whom we bow in gratitude. Cutting through ignorance, awaken our mental future, Bodhisattva, a great understanding, to whom we bow in gratitude. Walking mindfully, working joyfully, for the sake of all beings, Samatavada, the Bodhisattva of great action, to whom we bow in gratitude. Responding to suffering, serving beings in countless ways, Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of great compassion, to whom we bow in gratitude. Keep awakening and loving kindness in children, sprouts, and all beings. Maitreya, the Buddha, to ancestral teachers, to whom we bow in gratitude. The Dharma is deep and lovely. We now have a chance to see it and practice it. We vow to realize its true meaning. The Bodhisattva Avalokita, while moving in the deep course of perfect understanding, shed light on the five skandhas and found it equally empty. After this penetration, he overcame guilt, being bliss, Shari Putra, for its emptiness. Emptiness is form is not other than emptiness. Emptiness is not other than formless. Same is true with feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. Shari Putra, all dharmas are worked with emptiness. They are neither produced nor destroyed, neither defiled nor immaculate, neither increasing nor decreasing. Therefore, in emptiness there is neither form nor feelings, nor perceptions, nor mental formations, nor consciousness, no eye or ear or nose or tongue or body or mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of life, no breath, no elements, no interdiction, no reaching, no extinction of that, no well-being, no cause of well-being, no end of well-being, no path, no understanding, no attainment, because there is no attainment. The Bodhisattva's grounding perfect understanding, find no obstacles for their minds, having no obstacles they overcome fear, liberating themselves forever from illusion and realizing perfect nirvana. All Buddhas in the past, present, and future arrive at full right and universal enlightenment. Therefore, one should know that perfect understanding is the highest mantra, the unequal mantra, the destroyer of ill-being, the incorruptible truth, the mantra of Prajna, power, should therefore be proclaimed. Gate, gate, mara, gate, mara, samgate, bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, mara, gate, mara, samgate, bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, mara, gate, mara, samgate, bodhisvaha.
Evoking the Bodhisattva's name.
We invoke your name, Avalokita Shara. We aspire to learn your way of listening in order to help relieve the suffering in the world. We know how to listen in order to understand. We invoke your name in order to practice listening with all our attention and open heartedness. We listen and listen without any prejudice. We listen and listen without judging or reacting. We listen and listen in order to understand. We listen and listen so attentively that we will be able to hear what the other person is saying and also what is being left unsaid. We know that just by listening deeply, we already are making a great deal of pain and suffering in the other person. We invoke your name, Manjushri. We aspire to learn your way, which is to be still and to look deeply into the heart of things and into the hearts of people. We will work with all our attention and open heartedness. We will work with unprejudice. this times we will look without judging or reacting. We will look deeply so that we will be able to see and understand the roots of suffering through the impermanent and selfless nature of all that is. We will practice your way of using the sword of understanding to cut through the bonds of suffering, thus freeing ourselves and others easily. We invoke your name, Shamantabhadra. We aspire to practice your law, to act with the eyes and heart of compassion, to bring joy to one person in the morning, and to ease the pain of one person in the afternoon. We know that the happiness of others is our own happiness, and we aspire to practice joy on the path of service. We know that every word, every look, every action, and every smile can bring happiness to others. We know that if we practice wholeheartedly, we ourselves may become an inexhaustible source of peace and joy for our loved ones and for all species. We invoke your name, Chitigama. We aspire to learn your way of being present when there is darkness, suffering, oppression, and despair, so we can bring light, hope, relief, and liberation to those places. We are determined not to forget about or abandon those in desperate situations. We will do our best to establish contact with those who cannot find a way out of their suffering, those whose cries for help, justice, equality, and human rights are not being heard. We know that help can be found in many places on earth. We will do our best not to contribute to creating more help on earth and to help transform the helps that already exist. We will practice in order to realize the qualities of perseverance and stabilities of our life. The earth we can always be supportive and grateful to those who be.
And we bow together. The three refuge. I
Take refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this world. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and of love. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community that lives in harmony and awareness. Dwelling in the refuge of Dharma, I clearly see the path of light and beauty in the world. Dwelling in the refuge of Dharma, I learn to open many doors on the path of transformation. Dwelling in the refuge of Sangha, shining light that supports me, keeping my practice free of obstruction.
taking
Refuge in the Buddha, in myself I aspire to help all people recognize their own awakened nature, realizing the mind of love, taking refuge in the Dharma. In myself I aspire to help all people fully master the ways of practice and walk together on the path of liberation. Taking refuge in the Sangha, in myself I aspire to help all people build fourfold community, to embrace all beings and support their transformation.
Sherry, you can hear.
Reciting the sutra, practicing the way of awareness, gives rise to benefits without limit. We vow to share the fruits with all beings. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers, friends, and numerous beings to give guidance and support among the